Welcome to the USDA Civil Rights Training for Employees and school staff that work with the school nutrition programs. This PowerPoint presentation has been created by the Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction School Nutrition Team. USDA requires civil rights training on an annual basis so that all levels of administration of programs receiving federal financial assistance understand civil rights related laws, regulations, procedures, and directives. All school food authorities, or SFAs, that participate in the USDA child nutrition programs must comply with federal civil rights requirements and regulations. These regulations are intended to ensure that the benefits of the child nutrition programs are made available to all eligible people in a non-discriminatory manner. This training outlines the specific civil rights regulations that govern the child nutrition programs and is meant for all who interact with child nutrition program participants to inform and educate them of their rights and responsibilities. Federal law prohibits discrimination on the basis of these protected classes: race, color, national origin, sex, disability, and age. Discrimination is defined as different treatment which makes a distinction of one person or group of persons from others, either intentionally, by neglect, or by actions or lack of actions based on the protected classes. Some examples are delaying or denying benefits or services to an individual or group that other individuals or groups receive, treating individuals or groups differently than others, which puts them at a disadvantage, reprisal or retaliation for civil rights activity. The basis of the civil rights laws originate from some of the following acts: Title VI Civil Rights Act of 1964, Title IX of Education Amendments of 1972, Section 504 and the ADA prevents discrimination based on disability, the Age Discrimination Act of 1975, and Americans with Disabilities Act amendments of 2008. The additional state of Wisconsin protections include pregnancy, marital status, parental status, sexual orientation, religion, creed, ancestry. All federal child nutrition programs operating in public school districts in Wisconsin must adopt both federal and state protected classes. Private schools must only adopt the federal protected classes. The USDA and Justice for All poster must be placed in a prominent, visible location wherever meals or snacks are provided, such as the cafeteria or food service area. For SFAs that offer breakfast in the classroom or after-school snacks in a location other than where meals are served, if students will be in the cafeteria where the poster is displayed at some point during the school day, this will meet this requirement. This poster must be the most current version and be in the 11 by 17 format. This full version of the USDA non-discrimination statement must be included on program materials, including parent handbooks, program websites, employee handbooks, free and reduced price meal applications, and letters to the households. It is not required that the non-discrimination statement be included on every page of a program website. At a minimum, the non-discrimination statement, or a link to it, must be included on the home page of the program information. A link on the website to the And Justice for All poster does not meet this requirement. The full version of the non-discrimination statement should always be used, unless the material is too small to print the full statement. In this case, the shortened non-discrimination statement of "This institution is an equal opportunity provider" may be used. This can include menus, flyers, buttons, etc. It is recommended to contact the school nutrition team prior to using the shortened statement. Now we will discuss civil rights and how it relates to customer service. Civil rights impacts all areas of child nutrition programs from production to service, and every student must be treated equally. Within child nutrition programs, all students must be allowed equal access to participate in the child nutrition programs. All participants must be treated in the same manner. Examples include seating arrangements, serving lines, services and facilities, assignment of eating periods, student-staff interactions, methods of selection for application approval, and verification processes. It is also important to understand differences and use respectful language. Examples include putting the person first. For example, person with a disability, not disabled person. Using culturally sensitive language. For example, Asian, not Oriental. Using inclusive, respectful terms. For example, chairperson, not chairman. To further enhance your cultural sensitivity, here are some more questions to ask yourself and your staff. How would I want to be addressed? Am I treating this person in the same manner I treat others? Have I informed this person of exactly what information I need to make a determination of the application? Have I given this person the opportunity to clarify any questions? Have I provided this person with information he or she needs to make necessary decisions? USDA policy prohibits the denial of meals as a disciplinary action against any student who is enrolled in a school that participates in the child nutrition programs. Denial of meals cannot be used as disciplinary action, and a child cannot be required to work for his or her meals. The exception to this is if disciplinary action indirectly results in the loss of meals, such as being suspended from school, where this would be allowable. Now we will discuss how civil rights affects the free and reduced price meal application approval process. Overt identification is any action that may result in a child being recognized as certified for free or reduced price school meals or free milk. SFAs must ensure that a child's eligibility status is not disclosed at any point in the process of providing free and reduced price meals or free milk, including when the child or household is notified of the availability of free and reduced price benefits, during certification and notification of eligibility, during the provision of meals in the cafeteria, at the point of service, during the provision of additional services such as educational services to low-income children, or when the child pays for their meal. Civil rights and complaint procedures. Any person or representative alleging discrimination based on a protected class has the right to file a complaint within 180 days of the alleged discriminatory action. Complaints may be written, verbal, or anonymous. If a complaint is received verbally, the individual listening to the complaint must write up the elements of the allegation from the complainant. Anonymous complaints should be handled as any other complaint. A complaint form is available from the USDA, and the links for the English and Spanish forms are located on the slide. A link to the English form is also located on the school nutrition team's civil rights webpage. This form can assist a complainant in providing all the necessary information, but the form cannot be a prerequisite for acceptance of a complaint. If a complaint alleging discrimination is received, SFAs may not process civil rights complaints. They must be forwarded on to USDA or the Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction. SFAs should attempt to resolve a situation occurring in real time. SFAs must designate an employee who is responsible for USDA civil rights issues. If an individual states that they wish to file a civil rights complaint, the SFA must provide them with the necessary information to do so and not impede an individual's right to file. If the issue is resolved before the individual files a complaint, there is no need to report it to the state agency. Food service professionals should be familiar with conflict resolution techniques. SFAs are encouraged to discuss procedures for resolving conflicts with customers with their employees. In many cases, conflict can be resolved, depending on how it is managed. Providing good customer service and knowing effective conflict resolution techniques will reduce or prevent a complaint from escalating into a civil rights issue. If the conflict involves a civil rights issue and cannot be resolved, ultimately the customer can file a civil rights complaint. Some conflict resolution strategies include staying calm, listening to understand, attack the problem, not the person, ask appropriate questions, keep the individual informed. There are several resources available for more information on civil rights requirements, including the USDA FNS Instruction 113-1, the School Nutrition Civil Rights webpage, or the Eligibility Manual for School Meals.